boondocking with Dennis. Where are we today, kids? We're on 188, heading to Sinton, Texas. Rockport and Bayside are behind us. Probably keep this video running as we pass through the town. No scheduled stops today. It's sunny. If you don't recognize it, that color in the sky is blue. It's not gray like it's been the last 14 or 15 videos. Coming up to the wind farms out here in Taft, Texas. Is this one by the road moving? Nope. You know how much power that's generating? Nothing. The ones to the left and, well, they're all to the left of it. They're moving pretty good. 2 wind turbines are having a conversation. One wind turbine says, "What's your favorite kind of music?" Second wind turbine thinks for a moment and says, "Well, I'm kind of a huge metal fan." Oh, well, that actually is moving a little bit. Little bit. We stopped one day and drove around a few wind turbines. We were looking for dead birds, and I did not find any. So that particular day, on those particular wind turbines, there were no dead birds. My truck is telling me it's 64 degrees. And it's nice just to be out on the road, going someplace that isn't Lamar, Rockport, Aransas Pass, Corpus, Gregory, Ingleside, or Port Aransas. I do miss, I'm reading a book. I'm about 75% through it, by Deborah Dickinson. She's led a really interesting life, but she was talking about how being a nomad, how the pandemic really affected her hard, and she tells you, why and what happened. And when the pandemic hit here in Texas, it was the first day I entered the hospital. I had already been living for about a year in my truck, and John Deere on the right. That night I entered, they shut the hospital down, no visitors. That was the first day the pandemic officially hit Corpus Christi. And I did my time in the hospital, got my gallbladder removed. I had 2 surgeries, one to get the stones out, and then a few days to rest, and the second one to take out my gallbladder. And before that, I was driving for Uber and Lyft. So when I got out, Uber and Lyft were shut down for, I don't know, maybe a month, might have been 2 months, I don't really recall. And I didn't do Uber and Lyft. And even when they reopened, it was, you couldn't have passengers in the front seat. So you could only have 3 passengers in your vehicle. And you had to have all the you had to have masks, and you had to clean your vehicle. Here comes some farm equipment coming at us. We're going to slow down and give him lots of room. There's no one behind us, because he's coming over, kids. We got to wave. That's the second big piece of equipment I passed today. You out in the middle of farmland, you're going to see some farm trucks, some farm vehicles, some thrashers, some slashers. But when that happened, I decided it's a great time to go on a little bucket list run. And I made a bucket list of things I wanted to see in Texas. And I got to see, the Regency Bridge. That was definitely one of them. I got to see the Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo. I got to see Caprock Canyon, the bison in Caprock Canyon. I got to see Palladoro. I got to see the Buddy Holly statue in Lubbock. I got to go see the old post office in Luckenbach, Texas. And on the way to see all those things, I visited my friend Thelma, and I visited the Phillips family in Mansfield, Arkansas. And each one of those little destinations provided me with 100 different things to see that I didn't even know were there. And I know this sounds weird, and I know people died and people were sick, and it wrecked businesses and economies, but the pandemic for me gave me an opportunity to travel. And I just went from, I was only in Oklahoma and Texas and Arkansas those first few bucket list trips. And Deborah had mentioned how several states didn't want you there unless you had a residence there and things like that, and I never ran into any of that. And don't think that I doubt any of the things she's saying, because I've heard hundreds of people talking about it. I'm just saying, wherever I went, now visiting a lot of the Texas state parks, certain things would be closed. Like they might have the CCC buildings closed, which was kind of a bummer. Or they might just have one restroom shower area open that was monitored and constantly cleaned. But for me, that time that the pandemic provided was good. My biggest expense in traveling was gas. I ate the cheapest food. I had gift cards. I was making YouTube videos along the way, and I got a lot of support from my YouTube followers. And it was a awesome adventure. But that just, and it's not even looking at it in a different way than someone else might look at it. It's just, we weren't in the same places. We didn't have the same circumstances. We didn't run into the same things. I remember going to one state park where I couldn't make a reservation, and this was just for a day pass. I couldn't make a reservation online through the app. Their app just wasn't working. So I went to the ranger station. It was a drive up, and the one ranger was really upset that I didn't make an online reservation. I mean, she was angry. And I remember what the park looks like, and it might have been one of the ones, I don't even want to say which one, because I don't want to get it wrong. Undercover police truck. But sorry, looking for cross traffic. Just coming into Sinton right now. Sinton straight ahead. There's a big building being built there on the left, and a huge yep, I did just run that stop sign. Yep. Okay, guess they added a stop sign there, huh? Probably been there all along. There's me. And no flashing lights yet, so I get away with being stupid yet again. Wow, I can't believe I did that. If I was a real YouTuber, I'd edit that out to make myself look good, but I screw up a lot, and you're going to hear about it. Tractor Supply. Still never been into a Tractor Supply. Sinton Community Center. They add stuff here all the time. We just passed a huge steel mill that's new within the last few years. It's massive. And my friend Ethan works there. He's my buddy Mark's son. There's Dairy Queen. There's a Dairy Queen, Dollar General. Does Sinton have a Walmart? I don't think so. I don't think so. They got a Whataburger. They got a Pizza Hut. They have to. It's a pretty good size. Sinton is the county seat of San Patricio County. And the courthouse is up here on the right. And I've done videos from here exploring the back streets, exploring, the courthouse. And they had I don't want to say rehab unit, but a drug offenders area here, where there's Butter's Barbecue. They moved here from Mathis, right? Is the one in Mathis still open, or did they move everything here? I don't know. Good and crisp chicken. Butter's Barbecue in Mathis was awesome. I haven't tried it since they moved to Sinton. They've been in Sinton several years. But I used to come out here every Saturday for over a year when my buddy was in a young drug offenders program where you stayed here. There's Gwen's Antiques. Jennifer, our friend Jennifer at Antiquing Adventures, needs to get over here to Gwen's Antiques. Sinton Barber Shop. I could go in and get my goatee trimmed. Wayne Hitt Law Enforcement Center. There's a butter churn up here. When I was talking to Luciano, I was going to ask him if he ever ate at the butter churn in Sinton. And I know Luciano has said he's from Sinton. And it would be interesting to have Luciano and take him to the butter churn and to see his old house here in Sinton. That would be an adventure. Custom machine shop. Lots of gas stations. On the right is the courthouse. I got called to jury duty once there. That was an adventure in itself. I'd be in trouble if they called me to jury. Well, they are calling me to jury duty in Aransas County. And I'm trying to explain to people that I live in my truck. Do you still want me to show up? Am I considered a resident? Yeah, I just got a reply back that I needed a doctor's notice if I'm trying to get out of jury duty. And I was like, well, apparently no one's reading these, and I'm getting an automatic response. 45? We can go 45. But I don't know, it was just going back to the original thought from 7 minutes ago before I was running stop signs. Just different, definitely not different attitudes towards the pandemic, just different circumstances. I got to see a lot of state parks. I got to just go to see things that, what the hell's the song say? We may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. I'm looking for stop signs, guys. Nope. Open highway after this. There you go. Well, that's my long-winded story on a short-winded town. Can't end it without some horrible, these are specifically horrible dad jokes. A blind man walks into a bar and a table and a chair. That's just wrong. That reminds me of the old politically incorrect dad joke button. Why couldn't the leopard play hide and seek? Because he was always spotted. Very similar to the Dalmatian joke. This one I like for some reason, because it's got gross potential. What's brown and sticky? What's brown and sticky? I bet you none of you said a stick. Thanks for riding along today, guys. Thanks for watching me run the stop signs.